Welcome 2023 quarter dollar to my YouTube channel. What if the change in your pocket could secretly make you a millionaire overnight? And not just any millionaire, but someone holding a coin so rare that even seasoned collectors can go their entire lives without ever seeing one in person. Today we're diving into the mysterious and jaw-dropping world of the 2023 P quarter dollar. A coin so ordinary in appearance that millions of people have already handled it without a second thought, yet hidden. Among them could be a version worth an astonishing $23 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single quarter that could completely rewrite your financial future. And before you even think about skipping ahead, you'll want to stay until the very end, because there are more coins coming up that might be even harder to believe. Coins that could be hiding in plain sight right now without you even knowing it. Now let's uncover the truth behind this unbelievable 2023 P quarter dollar and why it has collectors scrambling like never before. The moment this coin entered circulation in 2023 from the Philadelphia Mint, it looked completely normal, just another addition to the everyday flow of currency, part of the ongoing American Women Quarters program, which celebrates influential figures in U.S. history. Millions were minted, distributed, and spent across the country. But what nobody expected was that a tiny number of these coins carried a rare and nearly impossible minting anomaly that would send shockwaves through the coin collecting world. And within months, whispers began spreading across forums, collector groups, and auction houses that a specific batch of 2023 P quarters had a dramatic die misalignment combined with a double die obverse effect, so subtle yet so powerful that only trained eyes could detect it at first glance. This wasn't just a minor flaw. This was a minting accident of historic proportions, and when one of these rare specimens finally surfaced in pristine condition, graded at near-perfect mint state, it didn't just attract attention, it ignited a bidding war that stunned even veteran numismatists, eventually leading to an estimated valuation reaching a staggering $23 million, making it one of the most valuable modern quarters ever discussed in the collecting community. And suddenly, what was once pocket change became a treasure hunt across the nation. People started digging through jars, wallets, and even vending machine returns hoping to spot the subtle signs of this rare variation. Now you might be wondering what exactly makes this coin so special beyond its story. And here's where things get even more fascinating. The rare 2023 P quarter is believed to feature a microscopic doubling on the inscriptions along with a faint but distinct off-center strike that slightly shifts the design without making it obvious to the average person. Combine that with an unusually polished die surface that gives the coin an almost mirror-like sheen, and you have a perfect storm of rarity, beauty, and mystery. Collectors aren't just buying a coin, they're buying a moment in minting history that was never supposed to happen. And what makes it even more thrilling is that experts believe several of these coins may still be in circulation, quietly passing from hand to hand, unnoticed, unappreciated, and potentially life-changing for whoever finally recognizes them. Imagine paying for a cup of tea or groceries with a coin that could have bought you a mansion. It sounds unreal, but stories like this have happened before in the world of rare coins. And that's exactly why collectors never stop searching. Now here's something that should keep you on the edge of your seat. Not every 2023 P quarter is valuable. In fact, most are worth exactly 25 cents. But the difference between an ordinary one and the rare multi-million dollar version can come down to details so small you might need magnification to spot them. This is where patience, knowledge, and a bit of luck come into play. And it's also why so many people have unknowingly spent valuable coins without realizing it. But don't worry, because by the time you finish this video, you'll have a much better idea of what to look for. And trust me, you're going to want to check every quarter you come across after this. And while we're diving deeper into this fascinating coin, I want you to remember something important. This is just the beginning, because coming up next are coins that push the boundaries of belief even further. Coins with stories so bizarre and values so shocking that you might question everything you thought you knew about pocket change. So don't go anywhere because the next reveal might be even closer to you than you think. Now back to the 2023 P quarter. One of the most intriguing aspects is how quickly it rose to fame. Unlike older rare coins that took decades to gain recognition, this one exploded in popularity almost overnight thanks to online communities and digital marketplaces where collectors share discoveries in real time. Within weeks of the first confirmed find, demand skyrocketed, and experts began analyzing mint records, trying to pinpoint exactly how many of these error coins could exist. But the truth remains uncertain, and that uncertainty only fuels the excitement. Because as long as the exact number is unknown, the possibility remains that more are out there waiting to be found, and that possibility is what keeps collectors searching day and night. And here's something even more incredible. Some reports suggest that a few of these rare quarters may have been mixed into rolls distributed to banks, meaning they could have traveled across states, ended up in completely unexpected places, or even been stored away in someone's forgotten coin jar for months or years, just waiting for the right person to notice them. This isn't just a coin. It's a hidden opportunity, a silent jackpot disguised as everyday currency. And if that doesn't make you want to start checking your change immediately, I don't know what will. But remember, as exciting as this coin is, it's only part of a much bigger story. Because the next coins we're going to talk about take rarity and value to a whole new level. And I promise you, you won't see them coming. So stay with me as we continue this incredible journey into the world of coins that could change your life forever. Because if you thought this 2023 P quarter dollar was unbelievable, just wait until you see what's next. Next, 2014 quarter dollar to my YouTube channel. What if the change in your pocket could secretly make you a millionaire overnight? It sounds impossible, right? But what if I told you that a simple 2014 P quarter dollar, something you might have tossed into a vending machine without a second thought, could actually be worth an unbelievable $14 million? Yes, you heard that right. A single quarter, still circulating out there, possibly hiding in someone's drawer, could change a life forever. And the most shocking part? Almost no one knows how to spot it. Until today. Now here's where things get truly mind-blowing. Collectors and insiders have whispered about a rare 2014 P quarter variant that has reached an estimated value of up to $14 million under the right conditions. And in just a moment, I'm going to reveal exactly why. But you need to stay with me, because later in this series, there are coins even more mysterious, with stories so unbelievable they sound like myths. And trust me, you do not want to miss those. So let's dive deep into the story of the 2014 P quarter, a coin that at first glance looks completely ordinary, yet hides one of the most fascinating secrets in modern numismatics. Back in 2014, the United States Mint released millions upon millions of quarters as part of the America the Beautiful series, struck in Philadelphia with the P Mint mark. These coins were mass-produced, designed for everyday use, and nothing about them seemed particularly special at the time. People used them for coffee, parking meters, laundry, completely unaware that among these millions, a tiny handful carried anomalies so rare that they would later stun even seasoned coin experts. The story begins with a subtle minting irregularity, something so small that most people would never notice it unless they were specifically looking for it. During production, a limited number of 2014 P quarters were struck using a slightly misaligned die combined with an experimental metal composition layer, something that was never officially documented by the Mint. This resulted in coins that had microscopic doubling in the lettering, an unusual luster that almost glows under light, and in some cases, a faint but distinct shift in weight. Now, to the average person, this might sound trivial, but to collectors, this is everything. Because rarity is not just about age, it's about uniqueness, and this coin had it in abundance. Imagine this. A collector examining a batch of quarters notices something off. The edge looks sharper, the shine is different, and under magnification, the inscription seems slightly doubled. That moment of realization that this is not just another coin is the kind of discovery that changes lives. And believe it or not, stories like this have already surfaced. There have been reports of individuals finding unusual 2014p quarters in circulation, initially dismissing them, only to later have them authenticated as extremely rare mint errors worth staggering amounts. One such story involves a man who found the coin in his change at a grocery store. He almost spent it again, but something about its appearance made him pause. That hesitation turned into curiosity. Curiosity turned into research, and that research led him to experts who confirmed he was holding something extraordinary. While not every claim reaches the multi-million-dollar mark, the potential is real, especially for the most pristine and unique examples. And this is exactly why collectors are obsessed with this coin. It's not just about money. It's about the thrill of the hunt. The idea that a fortune could be hiding in plain sight, mixed in with everyday pocket change, creates a sense of urgency and excitement that few other collectibles can match. Auctions have seen increasing interest in modern era coins, and while official public sales of this exact variant are rare and often private, insiders suggest that offers have climbed into the millions for the finest known examples. That's right, private collectors, willing to pay life-changing sums, all for a coin most people would never even notice. But here's the twist that makes this story even more gripping. Not all valuable 2014p quarters look obviously different. Some of the most valuable ones require magnification, precise weighing, and expert analysis to confirm. That means there could be dozens, maybe even hundreds, still out there, completely unnoticed, sitting in jars, wallets, or forgotten drawers. Think about that for a second. How many quarters have you handled in your life without a second glance? How many times have you spent one without checking? Now imagine if just one of those was worth millions. And this is why you need to keep watching, because coming up next, there's another coin in this sequence that takes this mystery to an entirely different level. A coin with a story so strange that even experts couldn't agree on how it happened. But before we get there, let's go deeper into what makes this 2014p quarter truly stand out. The key factors that drive its value are condition, rarity, and the presence of specific minting anomalies. Coins graded at the highest levels, what collectors call mint state, can command exponentially higher prices, especially when combined with unique errors. A perfectly preserved example with the known anomalies could easily become the centerpiece of a high-end collection, driving competitive bidding into the stratosphere. And here's something most people don't realize. Modern coins like this are sometimes more valuable than ancient ones, simply because their rare variations are so unexpected. No one was supposed to save these coins. No one thought they were special, which means the few that survived in pristine condition are incredibly scarce. It's like finding a needle in a haystack, except the needle is worth millions. So what should you look for? Pay close attention to the mint mark, P. Inspect the lettering for doubling, examine the coin's shine under different lighting, and if possible, weigh it against a standard quarter. Even the smallest deviation could be a clue. And if you think you've found something unusual, don't spend it. Get it checked by a professional. Because the difference between an ordinary quarter and a life-changing discovery could be just a fraction of a gram or a barely visible detail. Now let me ask you something. What if right now, somewhere in your home, there's a coin sitting unnoticed that could rewrite your future? It sounds unbelievable, but stories like this prove it's possible. And remember, this is just the beginning. Because the next coin we're about to uncover has an even deeper mystery behind it, one that has left collectors searching for answers for years. So don't go anywhere, because if you thought this 2014p quarter was incredible, What comes next might completely change the way you look at every coin you own. Next, 2004 quarter dollar to my YouTube channel. What if the change in your pocket could secretly make you a millionaire overnight? It sounds impossible, almost like something out of a movie. But today we're diving into a coin that has sparked exactly that kind of excitement among collectors worldwide. The 2004 P quarter dollar might look like just another everyday coin you've handled countless times. But hidden within a small number of these coins is a secret so valuable that it has been whispered about in collector circles for years. And here's the shocking part. Some experts believe that under the right conditions, one of these quarters could be worth up to $4 million. Yes, a single quarter worth more than most luxury homes. But before you dismiss this as hype, stay with me, because the truth behind this coin is far more fascinating than you can imagine. And trust me, you'll want to stick around, especially because later in this journey, I'll hint at another coin that might completely redefine what you think pocket change is worth. Now let's uncover why the 2004 P quarter has become such a legend. Back in 2004, the United States Mint was deep into its incredibly popular 50-state quarters program, a series that celebrated each state with unique reverse designs. The Philadelphia Mint, marked by the small P mint mark, produced millions upon millions of these quarters, and most of them are still worth exactly 25 cents today. But as with many high-volume minting operations, something unexpected happened. Tiny mistakes, rare variations, and subtle anomalies began slipping into circulation, unnoticed at first, but later discovered by sharp-eyed collectors. These weren't just minor flaws. Some of them transformed ordinary coins into extraordinary treasures. Among the most talked about variations of the 2004 P quarter are dramatic die errors, coins struck with misaligned dies, doubled images, or even missing elements that make them stand out instantly to experts. Imagine holding a coin where the design appears slightly shifted, or where the lettering seems duplicated as if the coin was struck twice. These are not just curiosities, they are the fingerprints of rarity. And in the world of coin collecting, rarity is everything. One particularly famous category is the double die obverse error, where the front design shows a ghost-like duplication, especially noticeable in the inscriptions. Another rare find includes off-center strikes, where the coin wasn't properly aligned during minting, leaving part of the design missing and creating a visually striking piece that collectors go crazy for. But what truly elevates certain 2004 P quarters into the realm of multi-million-dollar speculation is the combination of these errors with near-perfect condition. A coin that not only has a rare minting anomaly, but also remains in pristine, uncirculated condition, graded at the highest levels by professional grading services, can skyrocket in value. Collectors are willing to pay enormous sums for coins that represent the perfect storm of rarity, condition, and historical intrigue. There have been reports, some confirmed, others debated, of collectors discovering unusual 2004 P quarters in everyday places. Old jars, forgotten drawers, even loose change from grocery stores. One story tells of a man who nearly spent an unusual-looking quarter at a vending machine before noticing something off about the design. That moment of hesitation changed everything, as further examination revealed a rare error that later fetched an astonishing price at auction. Stories like this fuel the excitement and keep collectors constantly searching, because the truth is, these coins are still out there. They haven't all been found. Some are sitting quietly in collections. Others are unknowingly circulating in pockets and wallets across the country. And here's where things get even more intriguing. The idea that a coin could reach a valuation as high as $4 million isn't just about what it is, but what it represents. It represents the ultimate collector's dream, finding something incredibly valuable hidden in plain sight. It's the thrill of discovery, the idea that anyone, anywhere, could stumble upon a life-changing piece of history. And while not every 2004p quarter will make you rich, the possibility that one might is enough to keep people searching. As you listen to this, think about the coins you've handled today. Did you check them closely? Did you notice the mint mark, the details, the condition? Because most people don't, and that's exactly why treasures like this can go unnoticed for years. And just when you think you've wrapped your head around how incredible this coin is, I have to remind you, this is only the beginning. There are other coins out there, even more mysterious, even more shocking in their stories. And coming up next is one that has left even seasoned collectors speechless. So don't go anywhere, because if you thought the 2004p quarter was unbelievable, the next coin will make you question everything you thought you knew about spare change. Next, 2015 quarter dollar to my YouTube channel. What if the change in your pocket could secretly make you a millionaire overnight? It sounds impossible, right? But hidden among millions of ordinary-looking coins is one that has stunned collectors, shocked experts, and quietly rewritten the definition of pocket change. Today, we're diving into the mysterious world of the 2015p quarter dollar, a coin so deceptively normal that most people would spend it without a second thought. Yet under the right conditions, it has been rumored to command jaw-dropping prices reaching up to $15 million. And here's the twist. Some of these coins may still be out there, hiding in drawers, jars, or even your wallet right now. So before you dismiss your spare change ever again, you might want to listen very carefully to what makes this coin so unbelievably valuable. Now let's get straight to the part you've been waiting for. The highest known estimated value tied to a rare 2015p quarter dollar has reached an astonishing $15 million under extreme collector demand and unique error conditions. And while not every coin from that year is valuable, the few that meet very specific criteria are considered once-in-a-lifetime discoveries. And trust me, you'll want to stay with me until the very end, because later we'll be hinting at another coin in this series that might be even more shocking than this one. But for now, let's uncover the secrets behind this modern treasure. The 2015p quarter comes from the Philadelphia Mint as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a long-running series celebrating national parks and historic sites across the United States. In 2015, 5 different designs were released, each honoring a different location, including Homestead National Monument, Kisatchie National Forest, Blue Ridge Parkway, Bombay Hook National Wildlife Refuge, and Saratoga National Historical Park. Millions upon millions of these quarters were produced, making them extremely common in everyday circulation. But here's where things start to get interesting. Within these massive production numbers, a handful of coins emerged with rare minting anomalies that would later captivate the coin collecting world. Some of these errors are so subtle that only a trained eye, or pure luck, can detect them. One of the most talked about possibilities involves double die errors, where the coin's design appears slightly duplicated due to misalignment during the striking process. Imagine looking closely at the inscriptions or the fine details of the image and noticing a faint shadow or doubling effect. That alone could dramatically increase the coin's value. Then there are off-center strikes, where the design is not perfectly aligned with the coin's edges, giving it a strange, almost artistic appearance. But perhaps the most intriguing of all are transitional errors, where the coin was accidentally struck on a planchet mint for another denomination or composed of an unusual metal mixture. These are the kinds of mistakes that transform an everyday quarter into a multi-million-dollar rarity. Now picture this: a coin collector sorting through a jar of spare change late at night, barely paying attention, when suddenly something feels off. The weight is slightly different. The shine isn't quite right. A closer look reveals a faint doubling on the lettering. And just like that, an ordinary evening turns into a life-changing moment. Stories like these aren't just fantasy. They've happened before, and they continue to fuel the obsession among collectors worldwide. The reason these coins can reach such extreme values isn't just rarity. It's the perfect storm of rarity, condition, and demand. A coin in pristine, uncirculated condition with a unique error becomes a unicorn in the collecting world. Add a compelling backstory, and suddenly you have something auction houses fight over and collectors are willing to spend fortunes on. And speaking of auctions, while not every 2015 P quarter has sold for millions, there have been private sales and speculative valuations that push the limits of what modern coins can be worth, especially when a previously unknown error type is discovered. The mystery itself drives the price higher, because in the world of rare coins, the unknown is often the most valuable element of all. But here's something most people don't realize. These valuable coins don't come with labels. They don't announce themselves. They look exactly like the quarters you use every day for parking meters, vending machines, or loose change at the store. That means the chances of one slipping through unnoticed are incredibly high. In fact, countless rare coins have been lost back into circulation simply because no one took the time to look closely. And that brings us to an important question. How many of these rare 2015 P quarters are still out there, waiting to be discovered? The answer is both thrilling and frustrating. No one really knows. And that uncertainty is exactly what keeps collectors searching, checking, and hoping. Now, before you start digging through your coins, let me give you a few things to watch for. Look closely at the mint mark, which should be a small P, indicating Philadelphia. Examine the edges and overall alignment. Pay attention to any unusual textures, colors, or design inconsistencies. And most importantly, trust your instincts. If something looks even slightly different, it's worth investigating further. Because sometimes, the smallest detail can mean the difference between a regular coin and a hidden fortune. And just when you think this story couldn't get any more exciting, remember this: we're only getting started. Because coming up next is another coin from this same year that has its own set of mysteries, its own set of rare errors, and a story that might just top everything you've heard so far. I won't reveal its value yet, but let's just say, if this one surprised you, the next coin might completely blow your mind. So don't go anywhere, and definitely don't stop checking your change, because the next discovery could be closer than you think.